Good day, everyone. Hope you're doing well. Today we have an article from ScreenRant.com, and it's titled Star Wars 10 Things the Comics Added to the Canon. Dated August 11th, 2019. If you like this kind of content, consider subscribing to the channel. It really does help out the channel a lot. So, let's get into it. Star Wars has added a tremendous amount of content to the canon in recent years. While the films receive the most attention from the audiences, the comics are also telling fascinating stories, many of which enhance the films. The comics have been able to fill in gaps between films, especially between A New Hope and An Empire Strikes Back. Comics have introduced new characters, explored essential backstories, and even answered long-standing questions that fans have debated for years. So many intriguing stories and personalities have emerged through the comics, with this list focusing on some of the best developments. Pilot your favorite starship from a galaxy far, far away as we explore Star Wars 10 things we added to the canon. Number 10. Dr. Aphra. Rogue archaeologist Dr. Aphra is arguably the most popular and compelling new character in the comics. Her story began when she was recruited by Darth Vader in his own comic series, soon after the Battle of Yavin. She's since gone on to have her own comic series, featuring more of her own adventures with her murderbot sidekicks and ally Wookiee bounty hunter Black Krrsantan. Aphra was conceived as the archaeologist antithesis of Indiana Jones, a quirky, resourceful, and sometimes morally ambiguous character who teamed up with Darth Vader and Luke Skywalker at different points in the comics, in between A New Hope and The Empire Strikes Back. She's a character's fans are always eager to see more of, who will hopefully one day be featured in a Star Wars television show or film. Number 9. When Darth Vader learns Luke is his son. Darth Vader saying, "No, I am your father," to Luke Skywalker is one of the most greatest plot twists in cinematic history. When you actually think about it, though, it didn't make much sense that Vader knew Luke was his son, given that he was led to believe Padme died before giving birth. In the comics, when Vader hired Boba Fett to track down rebel pilot who blew up the first Death Star, the bounty hunter only managed to bring back his target's name, Skywalker. Vader put the pieces together and realized this Force-sensitive boy was the son he never realized he had, and vowed the boy would be his. This moment not only discovers how Vader learned the truth, but also serves as the catalyst for much of Vader's arc in The Empire Strikes Back. Number 8. Poe Damerons' parents were heroes in the Battle of Endor. Poe Dameron is one of the main characters of the sequel trilogy, but those who only watch the films don't know much about his parents or how they influenced his commitment to the Resistance. Both of Poe's parents were in the Rebel Alliance and fought heroically at the Battle of Endor. His mother, Hera Bay, was an A-Wing pilot who flew with Green Squadron in the attack against the second Death Star. Poe's father, Kes Dameron, was among the Special Strike Force led by Han Solo to destroy the second Death Star's deflector shield. Both survived the Battle of Endor and continued in their fight against the Empire, with both of them helping to combat Operation Cinder. Hera even aided Luke Skywalker in a mission to save Force-sensitive tree fragments. Number 7. Palpatine used Maul to bait to kill Mother Talzin. The Son of Dathomir comics told the story of what happened after Palpatine took Maul captive in Season 5 of the Clone Wars, an arc that meant for the show before it was cancelled. With the help of Count Dooku and General Grievous, Palpatine created a series of events in which Maul escaped from captivity. It was all a ploy to use Maul as bait in order to get to Mother Talzin and kill her. Clan mother of Dathomir's Night Sisters, Talzin was a rare individual whose powers Palpatine actually feared. Using her son as bait, though, Palpatine was able to eliminate his rival, with General Grievous delivering the killing blow to Talzin. The arc explains why Palpatine let Maul live after confronting him in the Clone Wars, and makes Maul's story even more tragic. Number 6. Captain Phasma kills agents of the First Order. For those disappointed by Captain Phasma in The Force Awakens and The Last Jedi, The Captain Phasma comic should be given a read as it actually does the character justice. The story takes place in the short period between The Force Awakens and The Last Jedi, with Phasma freeing herself from the Starkiller's base trash compactor and framing a First Order lieutenant for bringing down the planetary's shields. She escaped Starkiller base before it exploded and pursued the lieutenant she framed. Phasma killed the lieutenant and a First Order pilot who aided in her mission, and then eliminating anyone who could reveal that it was actually Phasma who lowered Starkiller's base planetary shields. This tale not only explains how Phasma escaped the trash compactor and found herself still in a position of power in the First Order, despite her betrayal, but it also helps cement Phasma's loyalties are only to herself and not to the First Order. Number 5. Obi-Wan rescued a young Luke from Jabba's thugs. When Luke returned to Tatooine in Skywalker Strikes Back comics set between A New Hope and The Empire Strikes Back, he discovered the journal of Ben Kenobi. Luke learned that what Obi-Wan was up to these many years spent on Tatooine. One of the most notable stories was when Obi-Wan saved a young Luke from thugs working for Jabba the Hutt. First, Obi-Wan stopped Jabba's thugs from extorting the Lars family, but they'd still taken water from other moisture farmers. He sensed young Luke going to confront the thugs in order to get the water and return it to the farmers. Using the Force, Obi-Wan knocked out all of Jabba's henchmen and saved Luke before they could hurt him. It was done in a way that neither Luke nor the henchmen would know who intervened. Number 4. Leia defended her mother's homeworld. Fans who wanted a story that further connected Leia and her mother Padme got their wish in Shattered Empire comics. Leia went to Padme's homeworld of Naboo as part of a diplomatic mission to restore the Senate and build the New Republic. While there, the planet was unexpectedly targeted by the Empire's brutal Operation Cinder. Leia helped lead the defense of the planet. Not only did she help form a plan to save Naboo, but Leia actually flew in an N-1 starfighter in order to destroy the Imperial satellites. Leia flew alongside Poe Damerons' mother, Hera Bay, and even saved her at one point during the battle. Padme would have been proud to see her daughter using their leadership to defend Naboo. Number 3. Yoda's lightsaber was publicly destroyed. The mystery of what happened to Yoda's lightsaber after his duel with Palpatine was revealed at the beginning of Darth Vader, Dark Lord of the Sith comics. Yoda's lightsaber was recovered after the duel and was publicly destroyed along with many other lightsabers. Citizens of Coruscant watched as Grand Visitor Maz Amdala decried the Jedi and their oppressive weapons. Palpatine and Darth Vader watched the destruction of the lightsaber as well, with Palpatine telling Vader that he couldn't just give his apprentice the lightsaber of Yoda or another Jedi. Vader would need to build his own lightsaber and color the kyber crystal red with his rage. Number 2. Hera Syndulla helps save the rebellion on Hoth. Audiences primarily know Hera Syndulla from her adventures on Star Wars Rebels, but she continued to be a key player in the rebellion during the Galactic Civil War. Hera appeared in Hoth in the Forces of Destiny Leia comic issue, participating in a mission alongside Leia and Han Solo to retrieve parts to repair the power generators. Without Hera's help, the rebellion wouldn't have been able to repair the generators that allowed them to survive on the inhospitable planet and live to fight another day. With Hera also playing a role in the Battle of Endor, it's fascinating to see how she continued to impact the galaxy beyond the story of Rebels. And number 1, Poe Damerons' mission after The Last Jedi. The last issue of Poe Dameron comic series gave audiences their first look at the galaxy after The Last Jedi. Picking up with the Resistance survivors aboard the Millennium Falcon, the story follows Poe on a mission to save Snap Wexley and the Resistance Black Squadron. It explains where Snap Wexley and Black Squadron were during The Last Jedi, and how Wexley was able to return for the Rise of Skywalker, and, more importantly, it reveals Poe's blending his heroics and newfound leadership in the right way. Instead of being a hotshot pilot, it's about proving to the galaxy that no one in the Resistance gets left behind. showing that Poe is living by what he learned about his leadership in The Last Jedi, and setting the stage for him to be the even more important and qualified Resistance leader in The Rise of Skywalker. What other awesome things have the Star Wars comics added to canon? That's the big question. Have you read any of the Star Wars comics? I've read some of the Vader series. I've read some of the ones between A New Hope and The Empire Strikes Back, like the one where Boba Fett finds out it's a Skywalker that blew up the Death Star. Yeah, I've read a few, but not a lot of them. What about you guys? I mean, I would love to... What new canon have you found in the new comic series? Let me know in the comments below. And as always, take care and have an awesome day.